Look at my DS, it has a picture of a dog with a little hat on it. Yeah. I don't know. What's up, guys? Before I play today's match, I want to go tell you guys that there is a new episode of the Metapodcast out on Rick's channel. I'll go ahead and link both episodes in the description. I haven't really taken the opportunity to talk about what it is yet on my own channel. I've just talked about it in the description, but me and Rick decided, hey, you know, it'd be cool to make like a metagame-related podcast. And we actually named it the Metapodcast, and it kind of works because meta and metapod for metagame, and then pod for podcast, and then Metapod the Pokemon. I don't know. It worked out really cool. But we're going to leave links there. We're also taking questions for that as well. So if you guys want to leave questions either in the comments of this video or in either episodes of his videos, you can go for that as well. And I don't know. I just figured I'd plug that because it's not really getting the views that I feel that it deserves. And I think it's definitely worth a go. Worth a go what? Worth a good listen is what I want to say. But enough of that. Today we have a match versus NBZ. This happened on my live stream yesterday, I want to say, or the day before, something like that. Anyway, he just popped in for like a couple minutes. I actually caught him in the chat, and I was like, "You want a match since I got you here?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." You know, the last match we had was an embarrassing ass. He 5-0'd me, so we'll see if I'm able to exact any sort of revenge today. But it was a good match, so we'll go ahead and play it back right now. And I guess I left ample time in the beginning there, and I have a Facebook message. I'll check that later. So we have a 5th gen match here. You know, just we got some interesting stuff going on. Nothing really too mainstream, I guess. So he's gonna lead with a big teeny. I led with my Tentacle because you know he has a Gorbis and he has a Rupushin, and I don't know. I just thought it'd be something solid, and I could get the Toxic Spikes up if and when I got the chance. But since he leads with this thing, I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Surf. Doesn't even do half, disappointingly. So I'm going to get out of there. I don't think I will be able to take another Psychic. So I switch out to Murkrow to take it, but he actually switches up moves and goes for the Thunder. And my ass is just fried from that Thunder. Just no, not even fucking up. I know since he switched moves, he's not Scarfed. So I can go into Alakazam, and I can scare him off with the Shadow Ball. And he switches out to his Koba, whatever it is. And because he doesn't see recoil, maybe he thinks I'm choiced in some way, and he expects a setup or something. I don't know. But I'm Magic Guard with Life Orb, so the Life Orb recoil doesn't actually show up. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and take him out with the HP Fire, which is great. You know, it doesn't get set up. The only variations I've seen of these things, to be honest, are like Paraflinching sets or Calm Mining sets. Those are the only two I've seen, so I don't really know what it does, but I'm glad I got it out of the way. You know, it's nice, it's good. Okay, so he brings in a Gengar, and the only reason he would bring it in is Derp if it's Scarfed. So I switch out to Tentacle to take the hit, and I think I get the Spec D-drop on that. So I'm gonna switch out. I need Switch Fodder, and people are questioning, you know, why I did that. But I do, and that's great, because you're going to see that the Switch Fodder does come into play later somewhat. But for now, he switches out. I don't really understand the incentive behind switching out, because I just went for the Stone Edge anyways. I wasn't really going to go for a Leaf Blade on a Gengar, and I wasn't really going to go for a Fighting move on a Gengar, so I'm kind of confused as to that play, but it worked out, so. He brings in a Weezing next. I don't want to stay in for the Will-O-Wisp or the Fire Blast, so I go out to Rotom to take either one. He decides to try to burn me. Doesn't work because I am Fire Electric. And now we have ourselves a showdown of our, I want to guess, walls. I don't really consider Rotom by hard definition a wall. It is very bulky, but yeah, it's not really a wall by definition. Weezing, I would say, is, I don't know, we probably have differing opinions, but I got max HP, so it's bulky, but it's not super defensive, I guess, because I got max spec attack. Whatever, I'm rambling. So, we're both in here with our bulky things, is what I'm trying to get at, and we don't want to switch them out because we know that, well, at least I know that whoever is going to get out of this unscathed is going to have a better footing, because from what I've seen, we both have fairly offensive teams. And we're both going to need something to take hits, so whoever can get out with their Bulk is going to have better momentum overall in this match, so this right here is kind of crucial to how the rest of the match goes. Not real. It was in my mind at the time essential, but looking back on it, it wasn't really anything too vital, I guess. But for now, it's just a pain split, T-bolting war and all that, and I decide I don't want to stay in anymore. Maybe he might go for the pain split, in which case, you know, he'll actually end up probably giving me health at this point. I'm not 100%. But he goes for the clear smog, and doesn't really do that much. My stats aren't changed at all, because I didn't really have any boosted stats. So, I actually gained 4 from the black sludge, and he's just going to get burn damage off. I, for some reason, predicted the switch to the Gorobus. It was at this point in the match that I knew that the instant that this thing was killed, he was going to bring in Gorobus on anything that I had out at the moment, because the only thing that's going to want to take down Wheezing is something that can continually, or won't really mind a burn, or won't really mind getting paint splitted, and as such is probably going to be really slow. So if he were to shift the momentum very dramatically in the match, he would do it there. And that's why I went for the HP Electric, which actually does not do that much to Gorobus at all anyways, as you're going to see in a little bit, but I take him out, and I'm not in a very good footing, because right here I need a safe switch to something to prepare for what he's going to pass to. But I go for the Hidden Power, and I'm thinking, yeah, look at that, it's Hidden Power Electric, take that, and it doesn't even get past his fucking gender. So he goes for the Shell Break, and he has Baton Pass on the set, so he's going to get +2 attack, +2 spec attack, +2 speed, -1 on both defenses, so it's like close combat, but he has the White Herb, which neutralizes the defense drops. So now he's just sitting on +2 positive, everything that matters for a sweeper, so he can easily Baton Pass at this point. I realize that I'm definitely going to need to get out here and go to Alakazam, because if he wants to pass to Rupushin, I know I'm going to be faster than it unless he has... I actually don't even know Rupushin's max speed, but I could not imagine outpacing an Alakazam at all without some heavy speed investment. But this play right here actually happens to be key, because if I lose this, I lose the game. If I don't take whatever attack he has to throw at me. Turns out, I guess he knows that he's slower, so he goes for the Mach Punch, and it actually doesn't take me out. He did damage calcs immediately after. The very max he could have gotten was 99.2%, which rounds down, and I actually would have lived that attack no matter what he would have done, even if he had hazards up, because I have Magic Guard as well. So, Rupushin is out of the way. That Baton Pass could have very potentially turned the game very nasty. But he brings Gengar back in as a result, and I switch out to Tentacruel, which is the switch fodder I wanted. And since I know that he's locked into Psychic, which is kind of why Tentacruel kind of mattered there, I know I can take a Psychic because it's not Stab. I don't really have any special bulk. I do have a natural bit of HP bulk, and he probably predicted me to go for an Ice Shard, so I actually just went for the Icicle Throw instead. It really didn't matter to me, because if he wanted to switch in Gorobus, he would have taken the Icicle Throw. I'm faster, so he would have taken an Earthquake on top of that. And he either would have surfed or shell broken, and if he surfed, then I could have just brought in Alakazam, gone from there. If he shell broke, like he chooses to do now, since he no longer has the White Herb, his defenses would have dropped. And from taking an Icicle Throw and an Earthquake, as you can see by that damage, I probably would have killed him anyways, but if by some freak chance, I don't even know what min damage is, but if I got absolute min on both, and it turned out not to kill him, in a hypothetical situation, of course, I do still have the Ice Shard, which I used to take him out. So I felt like that last bit of the match was kind of a mouthful. If you followed it along, good for you, because actually this match had me very nervous the instant I saw the thumbnail, and I was like, what does Gorobus? And the instant I said Gorobus, I remember that mosh pit match, and I shat myself a little because I realized I didn't have any immediate counters to prevent it from setting up. So that definitely scared me, but that definitely turned out to be a really good game. I had a lot of fun with it. You know, it's one of the more nerve-wracking ones I've had in a while. So I'll leave his link in the description. Make sure you go check him out as well. I'll leave both links to the Metapodcast as well, in case you guys haven't seen that. I strongly encourage you to go do that, because, you know, it's pretty cool. You can just play it back. We try to aim for like a half an hour, and you don't actually have to watch the video. We just put a picture, and you can just play it and then just work on another tab, like go on Facebook or whatever, or just, I don't know, just leave some headphones in, or just do anything. Just don't watch it. It's better if you just listen into it like you're listening in on a conversation with your friends when you're chilling or hanging out or whatever you're doing. And that's going to be it for today. Tourney people, matches have to be done by tomorrow by the time I get back from free pancakes from IHOP. I guess I'll also mention that if you have an IHOP in your area, IHOP is doing a free pancakes promotion from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. This is your time zone, of course. You walk in, you get a free short sack. I'm not affiliated with them, so I'm not plugging them. I just have an IHOP like 200 meters away, so that's what I'm doing for breakfast. The instant I get back, I'm updating brackets. So that's how it works. And I think that should do it. Bye.